Breaking news. FamilySearch's full text searching has been a game changer since it was released a little over a year and a half ago. But it just got a big update that I think will absolutely make it easier for you to use it. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me tell you. FamilySearch's full text searching uses AI to review text in documents, this handwritten, difficult to read text that everybody struggles with. Well, it has saved so much time in very time-consuming flipping through records, trying to find your ancestors. Now you can use a simple search and you can find them. But the problem has been sometimes the search results are just too big. And people don't really get the benefit of it because there's so many results that they get. Well, this new update is just mind-boggling because it makes it so much easier. And I'm going to walk you through it and show you all about it. As a matter of fact, I am here in the FamilySearch library, and I wanted to tell you about this because I've been here doing research and I couldn't wait to go home. So I wanted to tell you about this right now because seriously, you're going to love this. My name is Aimee Cross. I am here to help you take your genealogy to the next level. And if you're not using full text searching, you need to. And if you are using full text searching, you're going to love what I have to show you. All right, since my last video where I talked about full text searching, they have moved it now underneath the search tab. So to get there, you want to go to your search tab and you're going to go down and you're going to see the second thing is full text searching right here. So if you put in somebody's name, and I'm going to use William Rutledge, and you just click search. Actually, just start with that. And you can see here that I have 210 million results for a William Rutledge because I haven't narrowed it down. And before, narrowing it down used to be a little bit more time consuming and difficult. And this is the change that I love. They've put it all into these filters on the side now. They used to be on the top. They weren't as easy to use. Let me show you how this works. So you can filter by collection. You can search by the year, the place, and the record type. The first thing you need to do is go to the place. So if I go here to the place, and you're going to see that they start with just the countries. And I'm going to go to the United States. Now the secret is hitting this little down arrow here. Now I can click United States and it's going to reduce my results pretty significantly, but I'd still have over 100 million results. So now I'm going to use that arrow and it's going to open up the United States and I'm going to see all of the states. And let's say I want to be finding a William Rutledge in Illinois. I can click that. And if I hit apply, now all of my results will just pertain to William Rutledge in Illinois. But I still have a ton of results. So I need to reduce this even further. So if I stay in the place and I look at, this is what I love so much. If I stay in the place and I look at Illinois, if I hit that little down arrow there again, now I can narrow it down to the county. So let's say I want to look in a couple of counties actually. I want to look in White County. Let me go all the way down here to White County. And I also want to look in Menard County. Let's add in Morgan County. Now if I apply that, my results have been reduced to just 74,000, which still sounds like a lot, but it's sure a whole lot better than what it was before. Now and you can see, this is what I like about this. Before it was a lot harder to search in multiple places at one time, but now it's so much easier. And if I want to remove, let's say I want to remove all of White County, I just hit that X. And now I've reduced it further. Let's say I just want to focus on Menard County. And now I've reduced it even further. So now I can use some of these other filters. I can make this place thing go back up. And let's say I want to look at the year. I want to look at the 1800s. But let's say I want to look more specifically at the 1820s. I only have 14 results now. So if I apply that, I'm down to 14 results in 1820. But let's say I want to look at both 1820 and 1830. Now I do that and I apply that, and now I have those additional records and I'm back up to 527 records. Now let's say I want to reduce this even further and I want to look at the record type. So now it's going to show me, of my narrowed down selection, the different record types that pertain. I could be looking at marriage indexes, marriage records, legal property land records, deeds, and then probate records. So if I want to be looking at probate records in these two areas, or this area in these 2 decades, I'm down to 40 results. Do you see what I'm talking about? This is making it so much easier to filter your results in full text searching. Now I have something else that I want to show you that's pretty mind-boggling that I haven't been able to hit on a video yet. This has been around a little bit longer, but I haven't talked about it yet. Are you convinced, though, before I go there, about how amazing full-text searching is and how it truly can change your world when you're trying to find your ancestors? I was just talking to a friend that works here in the FamilySearch library, and he was telling me that somebody that he helped research in England, that he knows that researches in England, has broken through 3 brick walls. And this is a very experienced researcher with full-text searching. It's amazing. And if you're not using it, you totally need to be. Now, FamilySearch is a free site. You do need to have an account to use it. And some of the records are protected. So sometimes you're not seeing some of the records that you want to be seeing. So this is my other hint. So let's say you're not sure, like what if the area that you're really focused on, what if they don't even have anything in this area? Or what if it's not in full-text searching yet? I'll show you how you can find out. If you go up here to search and you go down to the catalog, and let's say I want to look in Menard County, Illinois, and make sure you use these standardized places, okay? So I'm looking at Menard County, Illinois. I'm gonna click search. Now I'm in the catalog. This is showing me all of the records that FamilySearch has for that location. And quite frankly, my favorite way to search in the FamilySearch website is by location when I'm doing this kind of more difficult research. And so if I go down, for instance, to probate records, and I click on the probate record, now I see what they have in terms of probate records. And if I go down here, I see that they have book 1 that begins in 1839. Well, if I'm wanting to research in Menard County before 1839, I'm not going to find anything in Menard County before 1839. FYI, Menard County was created in 1838 or 1839, and that's why, all right? But that's a clue to you, right? So like, oh, you say you have a family member that lived in Menard County, Illinois, and you're looking for them in 1830. Well, you're not gonna find them. You gotta look at the parent county. And so this is really important things to understand. Now, let me show you the really cool thing, all right? So if I want to look at these early probate record books, I can click here and click this camera, and I can look at these images, page by page by page, which is how we used to be doing this research before full-text searching happened. Because some of the stuff was indexed, but in reality, a lot of the records that we're finding in full-text searching now were not indexed. So unless you were going there and unless you were looking page by page or in those book indexes, you weren't finding it. But now you can in full-text searching. So if I go back here to this probate record book 1, and I'm not going to click the camera. If you see this little paper with the little star at the top, if I click that, I'm going to full-text search results for that particular image group number. So I am looking at just the probate records for that book. So that's narrowed down these results to just this microfilm. That's pretty powerful. Do you get what I mean? So now if you have a particular record group in mind and you want to just narrow down to that one record group, go to the catalog, find the record group, and then if they're in full-text searching, you'll see that. If you don't see that little icon, that means that it's not part of full-text searching yet, and you got to look at the camera. Now, if you see a little lock above the camera, that means that that particular image, by agreement with whomever they microfilm the image, cannot be viewed to the general public at large. You have to go to a FamilySearch library to look at that, and they have them all over the world. I'll put a link in the video description below on how you can find a FamilySearch library near you. But do you get it? I mean, this is just like mind-boggling to me. It's not only been a wonderful thing, but the biggest complaint that I've heard from people is I'm getting too many results, it's too hard to go through it. Now the one downside, I do want to mention one downside. The one downside is full-text searching is looking for that name in any type of record. It's why it's so powerful. So you're seeing somebody that maybe you never saw in an index because they were a witness to a marriage or to a deed, or maybe it's a court record that those have rarely had indexes that make them helpful. And so now you're finding them because it's looking through the entire image and trying to find the specific name anywhere in the document. But what can still happen is the same, like let's say the name's mentioned on one page and the next page. You're going to get a result for both of those pages, even though perhaps it's the same marriage record, the same deed, the same court case. So that is something that does happen when you're looking at full text searching. But quite frankly, we want to err on the side of caution and get that, right? Then not get that. Because of the fact that the AI is looking for that name and it is handwriting, there are mistakes as it's looking for things. So I do want to encourage you to play around a little bit with the ways that you search. The best place I find is to use the keyword box in the search box. But you can also add another person to the name box, and then you're looking for two names. Experiment with that. I actually recommend that you don't input place and year information initially. Now, maybe that's changed, but it wasn't always working really well for me. I recommend that you use the filters after you do the initial search. But if you're getting too many results and they're like, hey, this is like too common, I need more information, then you can put that information there and filter down further at that point. Now, I love FamilySearch, and if you're new to FamilySearch, I have a whole playlist of videos that may help you out, that can help you figure out how to use the FamilySearch tree, what other things are available for you on FamilySearch, because it's a wonderful site and it's free. And this is the playlist right here of those videos. Please check it out and see if there's any content in there that can make your life easier, like full text searching makes my life easier. And subscribe to the channel, that way you'll be notified when I release new videos. Thanks so much for watching.